report from...
More of a show and tell.
No, not yet. We're going to have a little bit of a report from Harold Otis, who's going to talk to us about the GLC. Eric is going to tell us all about our money, and then we're going to take questions from you people. Thank you very much. Harley, push a button. We are going to be live streaming this on YouTube, and we are going to be taking questions from the Facebook. So if at this point, with your silenced phone, if you'd like to submit a question, please do so, or indicate to your friends who are at home on the east side, because it's always so difficult to get from the east side to anywhere. Ask them to put in a question to Ignition Northwest. Now I want you all to help me give a big round of applause to the 3 people who had served on the board who are no longer, I was going to say no longer with us, but that sounds weird. Thank you to Guy, thank you Leanne, and thank you Chris. Stand up and represent. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, after you serve on the board, the experience is so awesome your legs no longer work. Push a slide. And then our newest board members are, we have Harley, who just joined the board, Eric Christofferson, and then maintaining a costume in black is J Bar. These are our new board members that you guys voted in, so if you want accountability, those are the 2.5 people you need to talk to. Nice button pushing, Harley. Oh! She transitioned. Push again, push again. Okay, here we go. The new leadership team consists of me, him, and them. Push a button. Okay, Leanne, come on up. Everybody, I want you to help me welcome Leanne Todd, who's going to talk to you about our grants.
Hello. I know, you guys got me to stand up anyway. My name's Leanne Todd. No touchy. Don't touch the cord. I'm not even touching it. Okay.
Just yell.
About that. So crappy. Okay, so I'm going to talk into it. If it works, it works. But it's not. So we're going to talk really quickly about grants. Thank you for the assistance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we pay the big bucks.
Really quickly, we're going to talk about grants. Most people know that INW gives away money. Who likes money? Anyone want some money? No one? No one? Okay.
I applied.
Okay. Gabriel's like, that was my money. So some big things have happened in the last year. Most notably, INW has shifted to, do I have to use this?
No. It's crap, I'm sorry.
Okay. I am loud enough. So INW has shifted to instead of having individual smaller teams managing different pieces of fundraising and grants, we've moved to, as an organization, one big grant team. That grant team now, as we talked about, or is on the slide, excuse me, is responsible for quarterly grants, education grants, the Pratt Scholarship, and then art grants for critical and C compression. I've stepped into the role. The board has selected me to be the liaison for this team. Right now, we are meeting once a month, but we basically are the group of people that decide who gets what money. We push the programs. We make sure that that we are selecting grantees, and that all of this money that this organization raises through our events and through donors and stuff is going right back out into the community. So right now we're looking for a couple more members to join us. So if you are someone who's interested in giving away money, the commitment's pretty small actually. We meet once a month, and then most of those meetings are online or through quarterly we meet face-to-face, but we just give away money all year round. So talking about some of the grants individually, slide. Critical! We're going to hear a lot more about Critical coming up, but we want to recognize we've granted 6 new art grants for Critical. Some really amazing stuff's going to be coming. And the grants for micro refurb and performance are also still open. The deadline for that is the 15th. So if you're interested in applying for money for either a micro grant, those are up, usually small projects up to $100. A refurbish grant up to $500. Those are for, say you have this piece of art and you just need a little bit of extra cash to kind of get it back together and, you know, duct tape and WD-40. Those for up to $500, and then performance grants are up to $300. So say you have a fire troop, say you have some sort of performance art piece. That's a great way to get some cash to support costuming, renting a space for you to practice, things like that. So again, I mentioned the deadline is coming up here in 4 days. But yeah, here's a couple of our granted artists for this year's Critical. Flowcoms are coming out of the Portland community. Burma Shave, you guys have seen this is Pope's. He brings it to us every year. He's got some really sweet stuff planned out for this year. And Web of Dreams will definitely be back with bigger and better art. They're doing some really large sized pieces. You can check out Critical Northwest, criticalnw.org to find out more. I know that tomorrow there will be all the new artists will be announced on the website, as well as that's a place to find the link to apply for a micro, refurb, or performance grant. Quarterly grants! Yay! Quarterly grants is a program that was started, what was it, 3 years ago? And it came out of the Ignition Northwest Board wanting to fund programs and art outside of just during events. And so we have granted this year, we've already granted 4 different groups. The Starfield Art Project, which some of you may see at Critical. We granted some sponsorship support for HonkFest West this year. Seattle Recreative did some really fantastic scrap quilting workshops, and Chaotic Noise Marching Corps, we're doing helping them add some lighting to their instruments to make it a more interactive piece, so that you can enjoy it even if you can't hear it. Quarter 3 is currently open. Quarter 3 would be any art that is going to be produced or during July through September. The deadline for that is the end of this month. You can go to the website to find out more information or to apply. And then quarter 3, those will be scheduled the application will open in the beginning of August. And those will be for art that's October through December. This is an image from last year at Critical. This is where the Starfield started. It started as this little tiny pet project, and now they're growing it into a whole project that is interactive, to music, to sound, to movement. It's really nice. HonkFest West, and this is some of the quotes out of the quilting workshop that Seattle Recreative did. And then this is just some of the beginnings of the Blindies project that the Seattle, or the Chaotic Noise Marching Corps are doing. Again, go to ignitionnw.org to find out more about each of these grantees, our previous grantees for the last several years, or to apply for a quarterly grant. Education grants! Gosh, I love talking. So education grants are funded on a rolling basis. They are not specific to like a quarter timeline or to an event timeline. Currently this year we've already funded training for our Department of Public Works staff, as well as 3 different flame effects classes, with the 3rd one coming up here at the end of May. We do have some money left in education grants still, so if you're looking at putting on some sort of educational workshop, maybe you want to team with someone, go to the Ignition Northwest website. I just dumped a ton of time rebuilding content on that for education grants. So you can apply through there. Pratt Scholarship. Who here has not heard of the Pratt Scholarship? I just need to test the room. Anyone? Okay, yes, we have some people who don't know about Pratt. So Pratt is offered once a year It's the opportunity for someone to receive $1,500 in scholarship money to go to Pratt, to take classes and courses from Pratt, and basically in whatever, you know. It's a fantastic opportunity. I'm going to have our current Pratt scholar talk here shortly, but the application for this will be opening at the end of this month on the 30th. So if you're interested, definitely check out the website before that, because you're going to want to kind of think ahead about how you want to spend your time and energy in the next year, as well as check out the courses that they're going to be offering. And drum roll please, I'd like to turn it over to Gabriel Taney, our 2015-2016 Pratt scholar. He's going to share with you a little bit about his journey with Pratt. Thank you, guys.
Hi, so wood turning. Hi there. So wood turning is fun and is a thing I did not know how to do. So I took that class at Pratt. These I made, except for the tiniest one over there, all in class, in the Introduction to Wood Turning class. And it was a very rewarding thing, like great instruction, a lot of fun. You all should apply. Not enough people apply for this thing. So take a class, have fun. I'm gonna take some more wood turning classes. I'm probably gonna take some drawing classes too. And I don't know, it was cool. What else is there?
What did it inspire you to do once you learned about wood turning? What other things have you built because of it?
So about a month ago, I had some loss in my life, and did you set up as a slide? It's not a slide anymore. Can you do that? Yeah, there's the wood turning projects there. So there's the bowl. Took some pictures. Oh, you did the other one up. Okay. So I also made some urns for my parents because my brother died a month ago.
that are posting up there all the time and talking about the philosophy and the values of the Burning Man community and what it is they're trying to accomplish. And it's open, so you can, of course, contribute to that. And if you are like me and have your own kind of sometimes spiky opinions about that, they actually want to hear that. And I had a really good talk with some of those guys in a roundtable setting about kind of some edgies to the, especially some of the 10 principle stuff where it seems like it's very kind of something broader than it needs to be applied, I have in my own opinion. And they're remarkably receptive to that, and they've thought it through, so it's really interesting. There was a lot of talk about building sustainable communities. So how is it that we take the event out in the desert and we make something of that lasts all year? And that means different things to different people. I mean, to a certain degree, to a lot of us that are running community organizations, it has to do with the things that we're doing to keep people engaged all year. To some people, it actually means going out and forming communes, sustainable communities, farming, having systems of energy and building buildings that last forever and trying to live independently of the grid and the whole community. And there are some people that are very serious about that. There's projects that are being done all over the world. And I guess the closest one is in Israel right now, where they're trying to form a community that's inspired by Burning Man that lasts all year. So that's interesting. Another takeaway, there was a keynote talk, well, there's two keynote talks. One was given by Ramez, a lot of you know Mez, about how we take sort of the Burning Man vision and what it means for the world, and how it was sort of an inspirational talk. We sort of talked about how we can really make a difference in the world. And he talked about things that are changing for the good. And a lot of us that are concerned about the environment may not be aware that a lot of things that were freaking us out 10 years ago are actually getting better. Something with technology are really creating opportunities for growth. And it was a very exciting talk. There was a talk from a group called Shaiditarod, which are a group that went to Burning Man, were inspired by the whole do-it-yourself art project thing, and started a shopping cart race in Chicago. And it started off, with them getting a bunch of people together to do a costume shopping cart race down the street, being basically, chased by the police, to now that it's a large civic event that involves the whole community and raises ridiculous amounts of money and food for charities and feeds the homeless and all that kind of stuff. The cool thing, the big takeaway from the Shaiditarod talk, they've taken all the work that they've done, all of the documents that they've created, all the contracts they've done, all of the best practices that they've gathered, and they've made it available for free. So if you want all of the information about how they do what they do as their community organization, there's a site called rodinabox.org. Rod in a Box has all of their stuff, and it's just there to the community, so giving it back. That's about all I've got. I know I've probably gone over my 5 minutes.
That's okay.
But when I start talking, that's just what happens. So I'm happy to answer any questions if people have them, and I'm happy to follow up afterward if anybody's got anything specific.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. Our dear friend and colleague Marco is on a plane coming here now from Wisconsin, area code 404. If anybody's paying attention. And he will be late. So thank you, Will, for taking care of Marco's place. Thank you for hitting that button. Scotland, would you like to tell us about the amazing things you've been doing?
They're not that amazing. They're just doing something. All right, so we finally migrated everything over to the newer website. It looks a little bit better. It's a little happier. Stuff works. I'm just really happy that it doesn't just crash when it loads and a bunch of other problems that I've been nursing for a little while. But feel free to check it out. We have .com and .org now, so we have both of those. It's a little bit better. We're also adding more stuff like what I'm doing right now, which is this giant webcasting thing that all of these will be tracked on YouTube. This is a very interesting new setup that I'm trying, and it's working pretty okay. Forgive me for the audio issues or weird quality issues. I'm working through them. But we have some other stuff too. So we changed up our graphics and logos a little bit to refresh them, just to kind of give a new look, give us a little bit fresher stuff. And that's, you need to go back one slide. One more. Yeah, there you go. But that's about it. Other than that, if you have any questions about this stuff, we're going to be adding more new tech. I don't know what. I'm going to experiment with a couple of different things and see what works and what doesn't. But if you ever miss one of these talks, you should be able to check it out on YouTube. Our channel is listed on the Facebook page as well as the website. So that's that. Pretty simple.
And you know with the new website, you have to go to it and then re-register so we can send you email.
Well, I don't know that it sends you email right now.
I will send them email.
Okay.
So yes, you have to go to the new site so you can sign up so we can send you spam. And do you see these nice logos up here? Don't you think they're awesome and amazing? Scotland designed it, thank you.
By the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. If you want newer stickers that have both of those new logos on there, just come see me after the fact, and I will get you all taken care of, hooked up.
And buttons in the back.
But I have stickers.
I've got the microphone. that
Maybe.
doesn't work. Hit a button.
Or a sticker.
Okay. Please help me welcome Beep Beep.
So this is going to be a short kind of summary and highlighted version of INW finances. Basically, I don't have, we did these year-end last year at the fall. We're going to be putting those up on the new website, so you'll be able to see them, see the budget, et cetera, all those other financial documents. But what I wanted to touch on here was the interesting results of the change in seat compression last year, where it went from being kind of a bar sales funding Ignition Northwest to an all ages open event.
Sorry.
Okay. And just kind of what that did. I'm using these two events as kind of an example. So last year, or I guess that was 15, so last year, with Critical Northwest, basically took in about $60,000 or so. The expenses were about $40,000 with a net income of $17,000. With seat compression, it was about gross expenses of $14,000, which is called maybe a quarter of what it has been in the past.
Gross rate.
Yeah, gross. In the past, it's taken something in the neighborhood of $60,000. The expenses have also been in the $40,000 range or so, which has given us another net of about $20,000, which has helped us fund all of our events, programming through the rest of the year. The Pratt Scholarship for $1,500, the educational grants for $2,000, which is now $4,000 for this year, by the way. All the operational expenses, renting this room, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, fast on the button. So moving forward, this is probably what we can expect to see from Critical and seat compression going forward. Definitely is a lot less revenue for the year. We're looking at different options of how we can, earn that revenue, either through other fundraising activities, through other granting, etc., so that we can fill that gap. And you saw some of that with the survey we sent out, asking you about your willingness to donate to the event or to the cause, to Ignition. We had some good responses on that. I'd say that 75% of the responses indicated willingness to actually become like a paid member of Ignition Northwest, which could go a ways towards filling this funding gap that we're going to have. So I, of course, will be taking questions afterwards. If you can always, during the Q&A, talk to me then, or catch me afterwards, and we'll have more of this information on the website soon.
Thank you, BB.
Thank you.
How many of you have already bought your tickets to Critical? Awesome! You want to hear from the producer? Yes, you do. Come on, Liz. Mostly you got it.
It may work.
Hey, no,
No.
that's fine. Hi.
Critical Northwest again. I did it last year. I'm doing it again because I'm a sucker.
Yep.
So I'm just going to dive right into it. We have a new venue. We have a 10-year contract with a new venue, and it's so awesome. So that is not really me. I just like finished it and got them to sign it. The 10-year contract is all thanks to our events committee and to this board working really hard for 2 years. So now we have a permanent home, stable weekend, and a really, really awesome venue. There's a river that runs through it that you can actually swim in. There's a swimming hole and you can do a float during Critical. There's a ton of space. It is very shaded and trees and just gorgeous. I was there on Friday, the first sunny day that I've been able to see it, recording some stuff for you guys, and there were literal butterflies flying in and out of the view, like just magic. We've been having a ton of work parties going on. DPW has gone out twice so far to help the venue clean up. We're going this Saturday to team up actually with Cascadia, who's a music festival that does an event at the venue as well. So we're just trying to get up with them and just really bring this venue to the best that it can be and make sure that we have a working relationship not only with the venue owners but also with the other events that are held there. So, of course, the new things this year are that we have an esplanade, much like the Burning Man. That's where the majority of our power is, so we will just have a nice long road of all the theme camps. We have a hub area that is a giant indoor space that will actually serve as our late night space as well, meaning we can have sound, have music after 12 o'clock. So you can party all night long. You can actually buy tickets and go again because we have music. We're creating a mixed RV
Will RVs also be allowed in theme camp areas if you have a theme camp with your RV?
Yes, so RVs are allowed in theme camps. We've already allotted for that space. Space is tight for theme camps this year, so theme camps might have to get a little creative